Let me ask you an important question. If I told you that something sitting in your kitchen right now could dramatically improve blood flow, oxygen delivery, and energy throughout your entire body, would you believe me? Most people wouldn't sit, and even more people are using it the wrong way. Today we're talking about baking soda, but not by itself, because using baking soda alone is a mistake. When you combine it with one specific natural powder, something powerful happens inside your body, especially if you're over 40, 50, or 60. As we age, one of the most important changes happening inside the body, often silently, is the gradual decline in blood flow. This doesn't happen overnight, and that's why so many people miss it. Circulation slowly becomes less efficient. Blood vessels lose flexibility, and the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your cells becomes weaker. And when blood flow suffers, everything suffers. Energy drops. Muscles feel heavier, recovery takes longer, even thinking can feel slower and less sharp. Blood is life. It carries oxygen, minerals, hormones, and nutrients to every single cell in your body. Your heart can be strong, but if your blood vessels are stiff, narrow, or inflamed, that blood simply can't move the way it should. As we get older, this becomes more common due to years of stress, poor diet, dehydration, inactivity, and exposure to environmental toxins. Add medications and chronic inflammation into the mix, and circulation can decline faster than most people realize. One of the first signs people notice is cold hands and feet. Many assume this is just part of aging, but it's not normal. It's a signal. Another common sign is stiffness in the morning. You wake up feeling tight, slow, and uncomfortable, and it takes a long time before your body feels loose again. That stiffness is often tied to reduced blood flow to muscles and joints during rest. When circulation improves, those tissues receive more oxygen, more nutrients, and inflammation is reduced. Low energy is another major symptom. People say, "I sleep, but I'm still tired." That's because sleep alone doesn't fix poor circulation. If oxygen delivery is weak, cells can't produce energy efficiently. The result is fatigue, even when you're resting. This is especially true in the muscles and the brain. Poor blood flow to the brain can contribute to brain fog, forgetfulness, slower reaction time, and difficulty concentrating. As circulation declines, healing slows down as well. Small injuries take longer to recover. Muscles stay sore longer. Joints feel inflamed. Even the skin can look dull because blood flow is what gives skin that healthy glow. This is why improving circulation is not just about energy, it's about overall vitality. Another area many people don't like to talk about is performance. Reduced blood flow affects physical performance, endurance, and yes, sexual health. Blood flow is essential for proper function in both men and women. When circulation is poor, performance declines. This can deeply affect confidence, mood, and overall quality of life. The problem is that many people try to treat the symptoms instead of addressing the root cause. They reach for caffeine when they're tired, pain relievers when they're stiff, or stimulants when they feel weak. These don't fix circulation. In fact, some can make the problem worse by increasing stress on the cardiovascular system. What the body really needs is support, gentle, natural support that helps blood vessels relax, improves oxygen delivery, and restores balance inside the body. As we age, the body becomes more acidic, and this acidic environment makes blood vessels less flexible. When vessels lose flexibility, blood flow slows down. This is not about disease, it's about physiology. It's about how the body adapts over time. Movement helps, hydration helps, and nutrition plays a massive role, but even people who eat well and stay active can struggle with circulation if internal balance is off. That's why understanding blood flow is so important. It affects your muscles, your brain, your heart, your digestion, everything. When circulation improves, people often notice changes quickly. They feel warmer, they feel lighter, they have more endurance walking, climbing stairs, or doing daily tasks. Their hands don't feel as cold, their feet don't feel numb, their mind feels clearer. These are not dramatic miracles, they're signs that the body is finally getting what it needs. Aging does not mean declining circulation is inevitable. It means your body needs more intelligent support. When you focus on improving blood flow naturally, you're not forcing the body to do something unnatural. You're helping it return to a state it was designed to maintain. The key is recognizing that circulation is the foundation. Without good blood flow, no supplement, no exercise, and no diet will fully work the way it should. But when circulation improves, the body responds quickly and positively. This is why addressing blood flow is one of the most powerful things you can do as you get older, not to chase youth, but to preserve function, independence, and quality of life. And once you understand that and you stop accepting fatigue, stiffness, and weakness as normal aging, you start seeing them for what they really are, signals that the body needs support, balance, and better circulation. Many people hear about baking soda and immediately assume it's a miracle solution on its own. They mix it with water, drink it, and expect dramatic results. Sometimes they feel a small difference, sometimes they feel nothing at all, and sometimes they even feel discomfort. This leads to confusion and disappointment. The truth is that baking soda by itself is incomplete. It has benefits, yes, but it was never meant to work alone, especially when the goal is improving blood flow and overall vitality. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, works primarily by influencing the body's acid-alkaline balance. As we age, the body tends to drift toward a more acidic internal environment. This happens due to stress, processed foods, dehydration, poor breathing patterns, lack of movement, and long-term medication use. An overly acidic environment can make blood thicker, reduce oxygen efficiency, and cause blood vessels to become less responsive. Baking soda can help neutralize excess acidity, which is why some people feel a mild sense of relief or lightness when they take it. But here's where the misunderstanding begins. Neutralizing acidity does not automatically open blood vessels. It does not directly stimulate circulation. It does not increase nitric oxide. Baking soda prepares the environment, but it does not activate the system. Think of it like clearing debris from a road. The road is cleaner, but traffic still won't flow unless something actually gets things moving. When people use baking soda alone, they're addressing only one piece of a much larger puzzle. The body is not a simple on-off switch. It's a complex adaptive system. Improving blood flow requires both balance and stimulation. Baking soda provides balance, but it lacks the biological signal needed to encourage blood vessels to relax and expand. Another issue is dosage. Many people take too much baking soda thinking more will work better. This can backfire. Excess baking soda can disrupt stomach acid, interfere with digestion, and cause bloating or discomfort. Digestion is essential for nutrient absorption, and poor digestion can actually worsen circulation over time. When nutrients aren't absorbed properly, blood quality suffers and oxygen delivery becomes less efficient. When baking soda is combined with ginger powder, something very different happens inside the body. This is no longer about a single ingredient trying to do everything on its own. This is about synergy, two simple compounds working together in a way that supports natural physiology. And the body responds to synergy far better than it responds to isolated actions. Ginger has been used for thousands of years across many cultures, not because it's trendy, but because it works with the body instead of against it. One of ginger's most powerful effects is its ability to support circulation. It does this gently without forcing the heart or overstimulating the nervous system. Ginger helps relax blood vessels, improves their flexibility, and encourages smoother blood movement throughout the body. This is especially important as we age, when vessels naturally become stiffer and less responsive. When blood vessels are tight or inflamed, blood flow becomes restricted. Oxygen delivery drops. Nutrients don't reach tissues as efficiently. Waste products linger longer than they should. Ginger helps address this by supporting healthy vessel function. It encourages warmth in the body, not from stimulation, but from improved circulation. That warmth many people feel after ginger is not imaginary. It's blood moving more freely. Now when you add baking soda into this picture, the effect becomes more complete. Baking soda helps create a more balanced internal environment by reducing excess acidity. An acidic environment places stress on blood vessels and makes them less responsive to natural signals that tell them to relax. When acidity is lowered, those signals become clearer, the body becomes more receptive. Ginger then provides the signal, and baking soda makes sure the environment allows that signal to be effective. This is where nitric oxide comes into play. Nitric oxide is a molecule your body produces naturally. It plays a critical role in blood vessel relaxation and circulation. As we age, nitric oxide production often declines. This contributes to poor circulation, reduced endurance, and weaker physical performance. Ginger has been shown to support pathways involved in nitric oxide availability, while baking soda helps reduce metabolic stress that interferes with these pathways. Together, they support the body's ability to use nitric oxide more effectively. What's important to understand is that this combination does not force blood pressure up or down. It does not act like a drug. Instead, it supports the body's natural regulatory mechanisms. This is why it feels smooth rather than intense. People often describe it as feeling lighter, warmer, or more open rather than jittery or overstimulated. Inflammation is another major factor here. Chronic low-grade inflammation is extremely common as we age, even in people who appear healthy. Inflammation irritates blood vessels, making them less flexible and more reactive. Ginger is well known for its anti-inflammatory properties. It helps calm irritated tissues and supports a healthier internal environment. When inflammation decreases, blood vessels function better and circulation improves naturally. This combination also benefits muscles and joints. Muscles rely heavily on blood flow for oxygen and nutrient delivery. When circulation improves, muscles feel less fatigued and recover more quickly. This is why people often notice better endurance, less stiffness, and improved mobility when circulation is supported. Joints benefit as well because better blood flow helps nourish surrounding tissues and reduce inflammatory byproducts. The brain is another major beneficiary. The brain consumes a large amount of oxygen, and even small reductions in blood flow can affect clarity, focus, and memory. Improved circulation supports better oxygen delivery to brain tissue, which can help reduce brain fog and improve mental sharpness. This is not about stimulation, it's about nourishment. The brain functions best when it is properly supplied. Digestive function can also improve. Ginger has long been used to support digestion by promoting healthy stomach movement and reducing discomfort. When digestion improves, nutrient absorption improves. Better nutrient absorption leads to better blood quality, which further enhances circulation. It becomes a positive cycle rather than a downward spiral. Another important point is that this combination works gently over time. It's not meant to produce an instant dramatic sensation. Instead, it supports gradual, noticeable improvements that feel natural. This is exactly what you want when working with the body, especially as you age. Sudden, forced changes often create new problems. Gentle support allows the body to adapt and respond intelligently. Many people are surprised by how something so simple can be so effective, but the body responds best to things it recognizes. Ginger and baking soda are not foreign substances. They interact with systems the body already uses every day. That's why the response often feels familiar, like the body is remembering how it's supposed to function. This combination is particularly helpful for people who feel cold easily, tire quickly, or feel stiff and sluggish despite trying to eat well and stay active. It doesn't replace movement, hydration, or good nutrition. It enhances them. It makes those healthy habits more effective by improving the foundation they rely on: circulation. The key takeaway is that synergy matters. Baking soda creates balance. Ginger provides activation. Together they support blood flow, oxygen delivery, and tissue health in a way that neither could achieve alone. This is not about chasing extremes or shortcuts. It's about understanding how simple, natural elements can work together to support the body's own intelligence. When circulation improves naturally, the body feels more alive. Muscles respond better. The mind feels clearer. Energy becomes more consistent. And that's not because you forced the body to change, but because you finally gave it the conditions it needs to function the way it was designed to. When it comes to natural remedies, one of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that if something is good, more must be better. The body does not work that way. In fact, the body responds best to small, intelligent inputs given at the right time. This is especially true with something like baking soda and ginger. Used correctly in modest amounts, this combination can support circulation and vitality. Used incorrectly or excessively, it can do the opposite. The goal here is not to overwhelm the system. The goal is to gently guide it. Baking soda is alkaline. And while that can be beneficial, the body still needs stomach acid to digest food properly. Taking too much or taking it at the wrong time can interfere with digestion. That's why timing matters. Using this combination away from meals gives the body space to benefit from the alkalizing effect without disrupting normal digestive processes. Ginger, on the other hand, is warming and stimulating, but in a very controlled way. In small amounts, it encourages circulation and reduces inflammation. In excessive amounts, it can irritate the stomach or feel too intense for some people. Balances everything. When these two are used together thoughtfully, they complement each other instead of competing. What often surprises people is how quickly the body responds when this combination is used correctly. Within a few days, many notice subtle but meaningful changes. Hands and feet feel warmer. That's one of the earliest signs of improved circulation. Warmth means blood is moving more freely into areas that were previously undersupplied. This alone can be incredibly reassuring, especially for people who have struggled with cold extremities for years. Another common change is endurance. Daily activities begin to feel easier. Walking, climbing stairs, standing for longer periods, these things no longer drain energy as quickly. This doesn't mean you suddenly feel supercharged. It means your body is working more efficiently. Oxygen delivery improves. Muscles receive better nourishment, and fatigue doesn't set in as fast. Mental clarity is another benefit many people notice. Improved blood flow to the brain means better oxygen delivery. When the brain is properly supplied, thinking feels smoother, words come easier, focus improves. That foggy, heavy feeling many people accept as normal aging begins to lift. Again, this is not stimulation, it's nourishment. The brain is simply getting what it needs. Digestion often improves as well. Ginger supports healthy digestive movement, and when digestion improves, nutrient absorption improves. Better absorption means the blood carries more usable nutrients. Better blood quality means better circulation. It's all connected. People often report less bloating, more comfortable digestion, and a general sense of internal ease. Another important change is muscle recovery. Muscles rely on blood flow to remove waste products and deliver oxygen and nutrients. When circulation improves, muscles recover faster. This can mean less soreness, less stiffness, and better mobility. For older adults, this can make a huge difference in daily comfort and independence. It's important to understand that these improvements are not dramatic in a flashy way. They are practical, they make life easier, they restore small functions that add up to a better quality of life. This is how real health improvements usually work. They don't announce themselves loudly. They simply make things feel more normal again. Consistency matters, but so do breaks. The body appreciates rhythm. Using this combination for a short period, then taking a break, allows the body to respond without becoming dependent or overwhelmed. This also gives you time to notice how your body feels without it, which increases awareness and control over your health. Listening to your body is essential. If something feels off, you stop. If something feels supportive, you continue. The body gives feedback constantly, but many people have forgotten how to listen. Natural approaches like this help rebuild that connection. This is not a replacement for medical care, and it's not a cure, it's support. It helps create better conditions inside the body so natural processes can function more effectively. When circulation improves, many systems benefit at the same time. That's why the effects can feel widespread rather than isolated. One of the most empowering aspects of this approach is its simplicity. There's no complexity, no expensive products, no extreme protocols. Just understanding how the body responds to balance and gentle stimulation. This reduces stress, which in itself improves circulation. Stress tightens blood vessels. Calm support allows them to relax. People often regain a sense of control over their health when they notice these changes. They realize that decline is not inevitable, that small, consistent actions can make a real difference. This mindset shift is just as important as the physical benefits. Feeling capable and informed reduces fear and encourages healthier choices overall. Over time, these small improvements compound. Better circulation supports better movement. Better movement supports better metabolism. Better metabolism supports better energy. It becomes an upward cycle instead of a downward one. This is what healthy aging looks like. Not chasing youth, but maintaining function. When used properly, this simple combination can remind the body how to circulate, nourish, and energize itself more efficiently. Not by force, not by extremes, but by working with the body's natural intelligence, and that's always where real lasting results come from.